Get Snap Podcast. What is going on? Your boy DarnellSparrow, yo, disgruntled bad Superman. He is Dino Torre and Antoine Smooth. What's going on?
What's up, man? Disgruntled.
I'm disgruntled. And you know why?
What?
Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm disgruntled. I'm disgruntled because for the second time, Bad Superman TV got demonetized.
What?
Got demonetized. They keep saying we're reusing. They keep saying we're. I like how they say we're reusing content, but you don't want to say what exactly are we reusing. Excuse me. So I asked. I said, "Well, what video was it?" Well, they don't want to tell you that, but you want to demonetize the channel, but you don't want to show why.
Right. You know, there's no bots they put on there to detect stuff like that.
Yep, that's all it is.
It's broken. The whole YouTube system is broken.
They talking about something. Make a video and explain. I'm like, how am I explaining something when I don't know what video it is you're talking about?
Right.
And I'm not gonna take down. I took down a bunch of stuff that I was reusing from DVDs and stuff like that, but I didn't know. Everything else, I either go to the show recording, or it's the podcast stuff, or something, we do original. But I ain't begging them no more, because it's not. This is not our career. We don't make money off this. This is a hobby for us.
Yeah.
So I ain't stunning. I ain't worrying about it. We gonna keep it moving. We gonna just keep moving.
Get videos up.
Yeah, keep videos up. We just gonna have a good time. We got 12,000 subscribers that rock with us. So that's all I'm worried about.
Right.
Worried about the people that watch us, the people that rock with us, ain't about the money here. If it was, I would really make a big deal about it. But I just wanted to put that out there. I'm like, YouTube need to figure out something.
Yeah, that whole system is broken.
Because there's a lot of stuff,
content creators,
and a lot of stuff they put on there, you letting people monetize.
Yeah.
Violence, sexual stuff, a lot of stuff that gets monetized should not be monetized. Matter of fact, shouldn't be on there.
Mm-hmm.
But they let them do. But then you say, well, you need to edit a certain way, do carry a certain way. It's still reused content, no matter how you slice it. It's still reused. So, it is what it is. But I ain't gonna worry about that. But we got a Q&A session going on. Got a lot of questions here. We gonna start off with an interesting one, non-wrestling related. And we didn't talk about this before. But I know there's been some changes, that you have brought to my attention. We're gonna talk about this Jordan Pippen situation. MJ's son dating Scottie Pippen's ex-wife.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the Michael, talking about the dad, just told him, like, okay, we in the beat, go there, go with his wife. And first of all, if it's fake that brought them together, who are us to judge? I mean, let's be real. I mean, Jordan didn't tell his son, hey, go over there because we beefing, I mean, come on.
I'm gonna ask.
Jordan said that he didn't like it, but I mean, he's
what you gonna do? He's a grown man. And I'm gonna say this. I got a question. Scotty, if you got so much of a problem with it, why you ain't gonna talk to Marcus?
Right.
Why you ain't gonna? I thought you was Uncle Scotty.
Right.
Why y'all didn't get together like, listen, we need to talk about this. Let them know. You ain't feeling it, but, you got to deal with it. But we all know she doing it. We know why she doing it.
Because, she taking his pension, which that's the only thing I don't agree on. Scotty worked for that his whole career.
Oh, no, that's one thing about marriage. That's one thing about marriage. No matter how long, what went on, who did what, that woman gonna get some of that.
Yeah.
She gonna get the paper, no matter what. She gonna get hers. Yeah. That's just what it is. But I'm gonna say it. Look, let him find out the hard way.
Right.
I'm sure he knew how Laws of Pippin got down. He might have wanted to hit that from Jump Street. We don't know. He probably been wanting to get some of that.
Jason Momoa is a perfect example. He said his whole life he wanted to be with Lisa Bonet. Hey, look what happened.
Yep.
He got with her.
Yep. I can see that attraction between them two. I can see it.
Yeah.
I mean, let him find out if she out there bad, he'll know it.
Right.
And just take it on the chin. I mean, one thing Laws of Pippin don't have on her head is a halo.
Right.
You know how she get down. So either way, she got her Jordan, one way or another.
I mean, Pippin and Jordan, it's literally.
It's right back to it.
Not just a basketball, yeah.
But I don't care. Nobody say she did that out of spite because she knew good and well. Sky can't handle that. Like, damn, you couldn't beat the father and the son?
That is, yeah. You try to talk about how Mike, I said, Scotty. You talking about how Mike was a terrible player. I'm
like, okay. I'm like, did you win a championship without him?
Right.
No.
You blame Jordan for that contract that they told you
not
not
to sign. Everybody was telling you not to do it, but girl, you want to be hard headed.
Yeah.
You didn't bring him
your
to
back gave out. You pretty much quit on the team when your back gave out. So, yeah.
Nah, his back didn't give out. That backbone it gave out.
Yeah, that's what it was. He quit on the team. That was the thing. Yeah.
That backbone gave out, but like I said, let little Mike find out the hard way. Let him figure out she get down. Cause when she finds something better, when she done with him, cause this is temporary. I don't see this going, for him getting married. Let her get him a good little youngin.
Yeah.
Let her do her. She ain't bothering you, Scotty. She already taking your money. What she taking there? She already taking your money.
Your little pension thing from the Bulls.
She obviously took your damn self-respect, because you lost all that. I mean, what else you need? What else she gonna take from me? Didn't she take them? Didn't she take the rings too?
Then she took 6 of his rings.
Didn't she take the ring? I mean, she took it all.
Yeah. He got his 6 championships. That's crazy. His 6 rings.
I'm like, wow. You have nothing.
Yeah. He don't display them. Normally you got some of them display them, in their little background. They get interviewed or they have them on their hands or whatever. But yeah, I never seen him display. Jordan did before.
Yep.
Like he talked about, they had the thing talking about who was the greatest player of all time. He said, screw that. He was like, we gotta say who's the best team. He was like the 91 Bulls, the 92 Bulls, the back-to-back. He said 93 the first 3-peat.
Yeah, both them 3-peat teams was sick. Better that second 3-peat team.
Even with the flu.
Come on, that second 3-peat team, you had Rodman on the team. You couldn't win a championship with Jordan, Pippen, and Rodman.
Right. And he said his favorite, the 95-96 Bulls, 72 wins.
Yes. And that lasted for a while to Golden State. The only thing ruined that, they didn't win the championship.
Right.
That's the only thing ruined that.
And Pippen forgot about the flu game, so that meant Michael scored 38 in that game.
Yep, sick. And you couldn't, and you did nothing healthy.
You carried him out. You literally, he was holding on. You was holding on to that man, carrying him.
It's not like he was telling you, my son gonna date your wife in time.
Yeah, date your wife. So,
I'm just let you know now. Just give it a few years. But yeah, they need to get past that. I mean, because right now, Scotty, your stock dropping.
Big time, yes.
Yes, your stock dropping. If you really were trying to get somebody, your stock dropping, homie. You might as well go find you a nice, pretty girl that work at like the local Waffle House or work in Macy's, because they got some that work. I've been to both. And I see some very attractive women working at the Waffle House, the Macy's, Walgreens.
Somebody low key. Right?
Yeah, you get you a low key girl.
Yeah, you don't need to be nobody. Housewives and all of Atlanta and California and all that.
Or don't do what Tom Brady doing. Divorced one model, now he dating another one, and that model knew his ex-wife.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say if I ever become famous, low key one, I don't want nobody famous.
Low key woman, right? She be saying with that like, where your wife working? She working at Waffle House.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's where I met her. I met she would serve me my grits and eggs. I thought she was pretty. I shot my shot. She didn't know who I was. She didn't watch what I did.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, she used to come to the crib. She used to come to the crib. Where I send them, man, when I want to meet somebody. They ain't going to the nice house. You gonna go to the low key house.
Right.
You think I'm living average.
Right. That's why I give it to Mark Cuban. You know, he rich, but he don't dress like it.
Nope.
He wear regular jeans and tennis shoes and
Mark Cuban
shirt.
Mark Cuban dressed like a soccer dad.
He like a soccer dad, but he rich.
But you see,
and you don't flaunt that. He don't never
but I
flaunt.
bet you go to his house, you go to that garage.
Yeah.
You know. See, he's smart with your money. He's smart with money. Let's get into the questions y'all sent us.
Yeah.
Let's get right into it. Is it time for Orange Cassidy to drop the international title?
Oh.
Why are you thinking about that? Why are you thinking about that? Let me answer that. It is time for him to drop the title, but see, I want him to drop it in a different fashion. I don't want him to drop it to somebody with a big name. I give an example. When he fought A.R. Fox, somebody like A.R. Fox, somebody like Blake Christian, somebody like Top Flight, put that title on one of them young guns and give them a chance with it. Or I'ma still continue to say this: put it back on Pac.
I will give him credit. He has been defended.
Yeah, he broke Jay Cargill's record.
Yeah.
Which I think they wanted to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, it's getting sent, because we know Dynamite, we got a 98% chance he going to open the show if he's on it.
Yeah.
We know it's by now. That's the rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, he get more title defense than the TBS championship and the TNT championship. TBS too.
And you know what the funny part about that is, with the TBS, not TBS, but the TNT title, it's funny that Luchasaurus, even though he's champion, Chris is talking about he's a champ too, which makes it funny. Because I remember Darby Allin said, which one of you a champion? I thought Luchasaurus was champion. Or whatever, because even Punk was confused, on Collision.
Yep.
Like, which one of y'all champions? I mean, really? Yeah.
And so so I definitely think they need to put it on one of them young guns and see how they roll with it.
Yeah.
And if we go, like I said, if you do put a name on it, like I said, if it's not Pac, Swerve Strickland would have been a choice to me.
Good one, yeah, because then you were mentioning A.R. Fox. He joined
The Mogul Embassy.
Embassy.
Which if anybody follow Lucha Underground, they had a history together in Lucha Underground.
Yeah.
So it made sense. Let's see what we got. What made Athena versus Willow Nightingale championship match at Death Before the Sauna so good?
I always thought they had good chemistry. Either tagging or, wrestling each other. Either way was fine with me, but I mean that wrestling though, they put on the show. They did. I see why Willow Nightingale getting the push that she's getting. She's good. She's really good. And then she got the crowd behind on top of it.
Yeah.
She got that music, it's perfect. I mean, everything is being put into place for her.
I'm gonna tell you what made that match good. You talked about the chemistry. They wanted that match, and what I mean by they wanted it, they wanted to be in that spotlight, in that main event.
Yeah.
And that was the first time that ever happened for Ring of Honor, and they delivered.
Yeah.
And that match could have went either way. I thought Willow was gonna take the title. I've said it many times.
Yeah.
Because to me, I think it's time for Athena to move on, go back to AEW, and go after either the TBS or the AEW Women's title. She put that Ring of Honor Women's title, she put it up there. She put it up there high. She set a standard that's gonna be hard to take over. I mean, she literally walked through the Ring of Honor Women's division.
Yeah, I agree with you on that because right now Tony Storm reign, you know,
it's boring.
It's lackluster, man. It really is. It's like they just gave it to her. She just haven't done nothing.
It's boring, but that goes again.
Yeah, but I'm like, okay, yeah.
That goes again to the booking.
Yeah.
I think they focus more. My opinion, I think they focus more of the women that's in Ring of Honor than the women that's in AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Or let me rephrase that. They focus more women on Ring of Honor television. But that sounds a little bit more better. If they're on Ring of Honor television, they'll get more shine. They're on AEW, you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
But I think it's time for Athena to, you know, especially go after that TBS title because Chris Statlander going to need an opponent.
Yeah.
If they keep Athena here, Chris Statlander need an opponent. Why not Athena? We ain't going to see Jade Cargill anytime soon.
Nope.
Yeah, we see her out. Talk about Cody Rhodes. This was an interesting question. It said, is Cody Rhodes a better babyface currently, or was he a better heel present tense?
Okay, as in heel, as in you mean like the.
If you go back to the masked Cody, the dashing Cody, the priceless Cody, was he a better heel? Would you take that version, or would you take babyface Cody now?
Nightmare Cody. Talking about American Nightmare Cody.
Yeah.
Oh, right now I take American Nightmare Cody. You know how over he is. That's probably the most over he was, even in AEW. That's WWE. You know now, you know they singing his song now, and they with him, and especially with the Brock Lesnar thing. See, they doing that right because somebody said that Cody Rhodes need to get beat up a lot, you know, to get sympathy. This will be on his road back to the title, you know.
Right.
So him getting beat up by Brock Lesnar is a good thing. People thinking that that's burying him. No, that's not, because this is what is called sympathy. And the crowd is behind it. You know, they moved Brock out the field.
Yeah, and it makes sense. See, what they don't understand, you beat him up. I mean, they didn't understand this from the Seth Rollins feud.
Right.
I mean, the dude wrestled with one arm.
He wrestled with one arm.
And still put on a great match. You got people that's 100% healthy, couldn't put on a match that good.
Right.
And it wasn't no gimmick. It wasn't fake. That was real time, and he's wrestling like that.
That's like literally your arm hanging off your body.
I mean, he left his body open. He was taking shots there. You can't fake that.
Those shots he was taking. Yeah, Seth was all on that injury, even after that Hell in a Cell match that Raw the next night.
Because they told him he should not wrestle. He insisted on it because he didn't want to disappoint the fans. They expected that match, and he gave it to them.
Right, because they said they was in the gorilla position when this happened. He said, Cody, they said, we can work around this if you don't want to do it. We'll find a way to, you know, tell him what happened. He said, no. He said, I want to go out here. We built this up, and I won't go out there.
And then he still won. And then he won.
And he won. He had literally, y'all, when y'all tell y'all a pec muscle, that's literally your arm is hanging off your body. I mean, literally. Cody,
there's no makeup job that can pull that off.
That can do that, no. I know he was in pain.
I know he was in pain. But see, that's the type of person you get behind.
Yeah.
You can't boo that. I mean, after that moment, I think people was really convinced that Cody Rhodes was for real this time, coming back.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because how many people would do that? Me personally, I don't think I would do it.
I mean, sir.
No matter how good I am in the ring, that's a risk. 'Cause anything could have went wrong. And since
I get Cody, man, he's a warrior for that.
And since we speaking on characters, we got one that's kind of interesting. It's called Pick One. Who would you pick? 1998 heel Jericho or 1999 WWE debut Jericho? Now, let's analyze the 98 Jericho. 98 Jericho, when he had just turned heel. He beat Rey Mysterio. This was the series. He kept losing matches and kept going crazy. He was pulling the old Christian. Snapping. He was taking the chair, throwing it around. He was throwing it around, but kept apologizing every week.
Yeah.
He messed up the announcer suit. He kept apologizing, but kept losing, turn heel. He ended up winning the Cruiserweight title, started running around with Rey Mysterio's shirt. That was the period he started taking, Cruiserweight stuff.
That was Filthy Animals Ray, right?
No, this was still Rey Mysterio Jr. This was still 98. 50 Am wasn't invented yet.
Okay.
Yeah, this was 98. This was still Lionheart.
Okay.
And he had just turned heel. This was obnoxious 98 Jericho.
When he used to take the chair and smash the ring post.
Like the ring post, the ring, and didn't want to apologize. And when he really started doing that, never ever happened again.
Yeah. Okay. That one. Yeah, I got you.
And then from there, he was Cruiserweight champion, television champion. We talking about that Jericho, or would you take debut 99 WWE Jericho?
When he came out with the Rock.
Right, when he debuted with the Rock.
Yeah.
Which one would you take?
That's a good one, man. That is a real good question. I think that me personally, I think I know where you gonna go, but to me, it was that debut in WWE was so impactful. That crowd went nuts. That was like when Triple H came off that quad surgery. He came, he had that torn quad.
Yep.
And came back. It was pretty much that same energy.
Yep. Well,
I mean, you talking about like accolades, or you going by impact?
I'm just going by, if you had to pick one, just overall. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna take the 98 Jericho.
See, that's why I was about to say. I think you gonna pick that one.
Because,
I'm
gonna tell you why. The 98 Jericho. Because if it wasn't for that 98 Jericho, there would be no 99 Jericho. Jericho in 98, that 98, Jericho was obnoxious. That's when Jericho, like I said, he was winning the Cruiserweight belt. He was winning the television belt. That's when he started growing out the beard. That's when he had Ralphus. That's when
he had ridiculous hair and all that.
That's when he started doing the original list.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying there.
That's when he started the Goldberg thing.
Yeah.
I think the best thing he ever did that made me laugh, I can't remember the pay-per-view, but him and Ralphus was going to the ring, but they kept going through the wrong doors.
Yeah.
They couldn't get to the ring. That's priceless.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he did it with a straight face.
Yeah. Because I would have had to do like a whole bunch of takes. Yeah.
Yeah, so
That was funny.
if it wasn't for that period, we
It
wouldn't have
wouldn't
got
be
that
no
99. So
99.
that year gap.
I see what you're saying.
Like I said,
Yeah, so
he
yeah.
took Rey Mysterio's mad. He took Hoovy mad. I mean, he was pretty much the most hated dude in the cruiserweight division.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying there. Yeah.
Let's talk about vicious and delicious. Why did they stay mid card?
I don't know, man. I don't know who was booking in, but man, both Bagwell and Scott Norton, they would have been dominant if the right booking. Oh my goodness.
I'm shocked on something. I'm shocked that they didn't win tag team titles in Japan, much as Scott Norton was down there, because Scott Norton was our WGP champion when he was in the NWO.
Yeah.
I'm shocked they didn't go down there and win a tag title in Japan. Because that team had something. The only reason they broke up because Buff Bagwell got hurt.
Yeah.
But they had to me, they had something special. But the problem was, one, they was B-teamers.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I think kind of killed them. And then
NWO team, yeah.
it was B-team. And like I said, Buff got hurt. Norton stayed with the black and white once they started having the Wolf Pack and the black and white and all these other folks. But they really, to me, they could have done something. They kind of remind me of what the Twin Towers could have been.
Yeah, man. They was the focal point in the Mega Powers breaking up.
Yes.
And if they did, they did the character switch at the wrong time. Now, I understand if you want to do Akeem like near the end of his run, that's fine. But if you put the Boss Man and the One Man Gang together,
come on.
and the cop,
You got the bike and the cop. That would have been perfect. Nobody would. They could have told a story that the One Man Gang was in jail when Boss Man was working there. And now they a team?
Right, you put them as a team, yes. You could still call them the Twin Towers. Yeah.
That could have been a good story to tell.
Right. But then they just wanted this Akeem. I'm like, I said, that's the gang. I'm like, what's the gang doing with them? He's African. He don't look nowhere near African. They talking about he's from deep as darkest Africa, which
that could be anywhere. And shout out to all the light skinned and white Africans out there. We ain't mocking y'all, but you gotta remember the period we talking about. See, you can't do this. You couldn't do that now.
No. I mean, that was the wrong time to do a gimmick change.
That was what, 88?
That was about 88, yeah.
You can't do that in 2023. Let a white guy do a gimmick where he from Africa doing all the shucking and the jiving, trying to talk hip.
Right.
No, sir.
Oh, we got canceled, yes.
I'm shocked they didn't AACP and say nothing then.
Yeah.
Or they made a big deal about it. No, but you couldn't pull that off. You couldn't pull off, even then, when the Boss Man used to beat you up with the nightstick at the end of the matches, you couldn't do that then. Especially if he did it, especially if his opponent was black.
Yeah.
You couldn't do that. You can't do that today. No, sir.
Oh, WWE would have been boycotted.
No, sir. You already, I'm about to say, they learned from that Muhammad Hassan situation. You killed that man's career.
Yeah. And that was the most, and you talk about hated.
And it wasn't even his fault.
It wasn't even his fault, no. He had a good thing going.
Yes, and he probably was going to be champion.
Yeah. And then with the Vari on by his side, his little, it just made things worse. And I mean, Muhammad Hassan had we all can agree on this. He had the best gimmick.
Yes.
We can agree to that.
He had a good look. He knew how to talk. And he was feuding with the right people.
Yeah.
But the writers screwed him.
Yep.
Y'all didn't. But again, when they probably did that, they probably didn't know what happened prior to that. They probably didn't know. Because I think somebody would have been smart enough to say, you know what? Maybe that's probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm gonna say they probably didn't know, so they took the hit for it. But they should have. But the networks wanted Muhammad Hassan off TV. If that's the case, change his. If that's the case, change his gimmick.
Right. But they wanted him completely off television.
When you
know, we're gonna say something, you know they gonna do it. They got to do it. They have no choice.
The true definition of blacklisted.
Yeah. And it sucks. He could have went further than what we know right now.
He was. Whether you like to give him or not, he was something special. The way they brought him in, the vignettes they did.
Yeah.
He was something special. I'm not even gonna front on that. They had something with that kid. And let's go back to we were talking about Slick in the Twin Towers. Why is he not in the Hall of Fame yet?
I don't understand that. Slick is very one part of more underrated managers in wrestling, because people got to understand, when he came in, he had two of the most hated men at that time was Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov, after he bought out the contract out of Freddie Blassie.
Yep.
He started out having Nikolai and Iron Sheik. Then he went, I think he went to...
We got Bush Reed.
He had Bush Reed. Then he had the Gang. And then they changed his gimmick the last minute, of course. You know, the Twin Towers had them. Had Power and Glory.
Had the Warlord.
Had the Warlord.
He had Rick Martel for a minute.
Martel for a little bit.
When he first
just turned into the model.
Yeah, when he first left Strike Boy.
Yeah.
I mean, he had the talent.
He had some talent, right? And of course, he became Reverend Slick.
Yeah, we can't forget about that. But before you continue, notepad moment. Do you know who his father is?
Is it Rufus R. Jones?
That's right.
Rufus R. Jones, huh?
A lot of people didn't know that. And I'll be honest, I didn't know that. And if you don't know who Rufus R. Jones is, he wrestled mainly in the NWA, the Mid-Atlantic area.
In Central States.
Yep, the Central States. I think he did some time in WWF as a jobber. Oh, and here's something you didn't know. Did you know in Kentucky he was the one-time world Negro heavyweight champion?
What?
And I'm not kidding when I say that. If you think I'm kidding, go to Wikipedia. That's how it says. It says professional wrestling world Negro heavyweight champion. When you hit on the little number on the side of it, it says Kentucky, and they have it worded as world colored heavyweight champion.
World colored champion. Wow.
In Kentucky.
In Kentucky, yeah.
They didn't say Tennessee, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Kentucky.
Kentucky, yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
The world Negro heavyweight champion. If that ain't some BS,
right.
I don't know what is.
Back then, about, they talked about the blacks in wrestling, and they talked about how, you think, Darnell, you would have capitalized on something like, now, majority, like, I say this here, the Coliseum, for example, okay? Majority that came to the matches were black people.
Yes.
And they, so you think you would capitalize on, let me see. We got the black people coming in. They the ones pretty much selling out wherever
and before you continue,
they have us a black champion.
And before you continue, we're not just saying that. Because if you live in Memphis and you know what the Mid-South Coliseum is, it's in a predominantly black neighborhood.
Yes.
It's pretty much, you got one side You go one way, you go to the hood. You got another side, you got the nice older homes.
Yeah.
You got the nice older home, but that area behind it, to the left and to the right of it, this predominantly black neighborhood. It's pretty much the hood. So we're not saying that just to say, just to be saying it. It is what it is.
Right, because majority of the people that was in the Coliseum were black people. And they used to sell out the Coliseum because black people love wrestling.
Yes.
We all love wrestling. We black. We love wrestling. The other black, they love wrestling. So why would not you capitalize on having a top black athlete?
And
besides Junkyard Dog, I'm talking about
right.
Like in Memphis. Junkyard Dog in Mid-South, that's one thing. But I'm saying like in Memphis or wherever, you think you wouldn't capitalize?
I gotta ask you. I'm gonna ask you this: who was the biggest black star in Memphis, in your opinion?
Okay. Let's see. The biggest black star. Now there may be. Let me think. I want to say King Cobra was.
Okay.
King Cobra. You were pretty hot back then. But far as the black, Brick House was too. Brick House was another one. Because of the, they come out there dancing and this before all that MC Slammer and all that crap.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah. And I think that's pretty much. I think that's Cobra, really. To be honest, he was unified champion.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think Cobra in Memphis. Yeah, King Cobra. And today, you see him today. He's on the Memphis wrestling shows now. He's a trainer now. So yeah, I think King Cobra.
And you know what? What's funny?
What y'all would Junkyard Dog.
Because I would say this. You know what's funny? If you ask somebody who was the biggest black star in Memphis, you know what they probably would say? And I'm saying this to be funny. Sputnik Monroe. And he ain't even black. But you see where I'm going with. Right. You know how they say Bill Clinton was the closest to a black president we gonna get? Sputnik Monroe at that time was closer to the black star you was gonna get at the time.
Right, just because he said he didn't inhale.
And this man will not. This man, he had a lot of black fans, and the way they treated the blacks back then when he wrestled, he didn't like that. And
he said he was the top guy. He refused to work if the black people didn't get front row seats.
Yep.
They said the blacks had to sit up top.
Yep.
He said if the blacks didn't get front row, I'm not wrestling. And he was the top draw. Yeah. He changed everything. As far as, wrestling, black wrestling fans, they get to sit anywhere now.
Yeah.
Thanks to stick on that. Yeah. And they could relate to Sputnik. He was known as the Diamond and Cadillac man.
Yes. And that sounds like something a brother would do.
Right. He used to hang out at the black clubs and just converse. Yeah. And the Cadillac came out with the Cadillacs and all that, they can relate to him.
Yeah.
That's why he was so popular.
Let's see where we at. Why on earth? Oh, let me rephrase that. Who brought idea was to put Dusty Rhodes in the NWO? Since we was talking NWO. Who brought idea was that?
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna tell you something. Look, you can. Now, earlier in his career, Dusty was healed. But he was believable, but we all know Dusty, right? All his career, pretty much he was babyface, right?
Right.
Okay. The NWO didn't make no sense.
At all.
I'm like, you turning Dusty heel at the twilight of his career? Well, he already had a twilight. It was just, he was an announcer now. And I guess what they tried to do, shock value. You couldn't do what Hogan did.
No.
You cannot duplicate that. I don't care how big Dusty was. And Dusty was still big even after wrestling.
Because I told people, I said, You know why you couldn't kill Hulkamania? Because Hogan was gonna be the one to kill it.
Right.
He was gonna kill it himself, and he basically still didn't do it when he turned heel. He made it bigger.
Yeah. And I like the documentary they did about it. They said, Eric Bischoff said that Hogan literally wasn't there. They said he literally, because he was afraid that, oh man, we're making a bad decision here. You know, people look up to me. And if I do this, man, it's going to be catastrophic. And when he came out there, you know, after, you know, Kevin Low Blow Savage, then Hogan came out and leg dropped her around the world. Rest was history.
Yep, that was on my birthday. But you know what? It was brilliant though. You wanna know why? Because
man, that didn't need to happen.
I knew something. There were two things that made me think something wasn't right. If you look at his face, he was pretty much clean shaved, almost.
You notice his shirt.
And the way his shirt was made, I'm like, he ain't never came out with a shirt like that before. That look a little heelish.
Yeah, but had no, you know, he had normally had Hulks to WCW. He didn't have it.
And the way he was looking, he wasn't being Hulk.
No, he was like determined, you know.
And then Bobby talking about, well, whose side is he on? I'm like, oh, see, back then we didn't catch it back then.
Yeah. And then Dusty tried to cover it up. What are you talking about?
But that's how you get him. I think it would have made a whole lot more sense than Hogan do it, because they said it originally was going to be Sting. It made better sense for Hogan to do it.
Yeah, he said nothing. Yeah, Scott said nothing against Sting.
It wouldn't. I don't think it would have hit as hard. It would probably hit hard for the kids.
Yeah. If you're doing it for the kids, then yeah, it would hit them very hard. But as adults, they saw that coming. Oh, okay, Sting. But yeah, he said nothing against Sting, but it wouldn't have worked.
And even though he ended up joining them anyway, but
yeah, that was Wolfpack. Yeah.
I mean, damn, who didn't join the NWO back then? I remember.
Dusty, no, because that wasn't even, it didn't make sense, first of all, and that wasn't long term.
I gotta tell you something, because I still have my NWO shirts, my black and white and my Wolfpack. I got them sleeveless. I don't know, every time I put them shirts on, you just get a feeling.
Oh man, yeah.
It just give you a feeling like, what if?
Yeah.
What if?
I ordered a shirt not too long ago, and I'm so glad that I think they got my idea of the WWE shop. You know, they got the shirt of the silhouette with Hogan talking, and had the outsiders in the back. You know, it was Mean Gene right there.
Yeah.
And on the back it said you can call this the New World Order of Wrestling Brother on the back. I got that shirt.
Yeah, that's classic.
It's a picture. Yeah, it's a picture of And I'm like, I got to get this shirt. I think you've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, it had the picture of him, Hogan talking. And the outsider was in the back. Mean Gene was in the ring. You can see the debris in the ring.
Yep.
Yeah. I said, I got to get this shirt. Yeah.
No doubt. Let's see.
That's one of my favorite moments.
Oh, shit, that was history right there.
Yeah.
Let's see, where we at? What would you improve on AEW Fight Forever?
The movement. They went a little too old school with this one. Now, what I mean by the movement, I'm talking about all that. You remember back in Revenge and No Mercy and WrestleMania, how they scoot in the ring?
Yeah.
Remember they used to scoot like they dragging their feet?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't cool with that in Fight Forever. They could have put a little movement in, put a little simulation into it, like in the 2K game. You can keep it old school, that's fine. Make it arcade, but the movement. Also, I know they're bringing out more wrestlers coming soon. The Road to Elite could have been a little better.
Agreed.
It was too short.
Too short.
Yeah.
They should have made it just a career mode for. I know you can do Road to Elite with a creative character, but They could have do it the way WWE doing it
Yeah, and
with their mode.
like you have to lose, like to get Paul White, you got to like lose every match, and then you have to do this here and then that there,
Yeah.
and you can get him, and then with Owen Hart,
You have to win 100 matches.
win 100 matches. I'm like, that's too much.
So basically, what I'm doing, I'm all the daily challenges for the single wrestlers. That's pretty much what I'm doing. Like defeat so and so with as defeat any mode with so and so. Do that. I'm pretty much doing that. I'm gonna get there eventually.
And then with the Paul White thing, you gotta lose a lot of matches. And then when you face him, you gotta beat him in under 7 minutes.
I'm like, they need to come up with some codes or something. I
Yeah,
figured if
or
you get
or just give it, you know, if you're gonna do a monetization, like do the microtransaction,
yeah,
you can actually buy the wrestler with our own money. That's fine.
I'm making it let you do Cody. They let you do all the referee. They let you do the alternate Young Bucks look.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, because that got potential. Like, hopefully the next game will be better. I understand it's their first game. I get it.
Let's see. Did that Supermodel brawl on NXT between Roxanne Perez and Blood Davenport take you back?
Yeah, they they clearly did that to the Booker T Stone Cold thing.
Yep.
Yeah, it was just like with Jason James super kick Gigi. They did the whole rocker thing, and then she put it through the door, kicked his face in the door and all that. Yeah. So they doing reenactments of old stuff, which I don't mind that.
No.
You know.
You know that was,
Yeah,
you know that had to be that had to been Booker idea.
Of course.
You know he loved him some Roxanne Perez.
Mm-hmm. He been in a lot of segments. They showed him when he was giving her a pep talk. Yeah.
I won't be surprised he wound up managing her.
Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious. Let me see where we at. Why should WWE pull the trigger on Thea Hale beating Tiffany Stratton for the NXT Women's title?
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. Man. That Thea Hale, she is so funny. She's so energetic. It's just, I remember when she got in there with Duke Hudson and she wanted to curse. She was trying to curse or whatever. She was like, can I say it? Can I say it? Can I say it? She's like, I'm gonna beat your ass. And everybody just went crazy. It was just funny. But yeah, I don't think so right now. Like I said, Tiffany, like I said, strike while the iron's hot. But right now, Tiffany getting a pretty good run.
Exactly.
They her guts. And but I wouldn't be surprised if she loses.
I don't think she's gonna lose. I don't think they're gonna pull it. I don't think they're gonna pull it. But I'm gonna tell you what they're gonna do. They're gonna make Thea look real good.
Yeah.
But I think if
they scrap the Dempsey and Drew Gulak thing, the way they doing it, I think they kind of stopped that now. You notice you don't see Dempsey and Gulak out there with them.
No, because they jumped over to Damon Kemp.
Yeah. So.
Speaking of that, I'm glad you actually brought that up, because that can segue. Because I sure forgot. Great American Bash is this weekend. So we could definitely
Oh, you want to do it?
let's talk about that real quick.
So just like a sort of mini prediction.
We can do a little bit of both. If we don't have 7 matches, we could jump onto it right quick. Because I totally forgot us talking about the badge, and we could have jumped on that, but You know,
That's okay. We can do a question slash,
just like I said,
so,
we do everything on the fly.
giving y'all a bonus, everybody. Giving you a bonus.
Giving you a bonus. So let's jump right into it. We got an 8-person mixed tag team match. We got Dragon Lee, Nathan Frazier, Ulyssa Leon, and Valentina Flores against the Metaphor. Noam Dar, Oro Mensah, Jakara Jackson, and Lash Legend.
I have to admit, those two got good chemistry. Jakara and Lash. Now, I prefer her and Nikita to get together. Nikita Lyons, but that's fine. I'm cool with them two being together.
And speaking of the kid, before we jump on it, but somebody was supposed to be hurt. Why are you doing splits buying a new car?
I'm telling you.
You don't look injured. So didn't you injure your leg or something?
They just try to put it in the right spot. I think they try to bring her in the right position.
We seen that position. I won't be surprised she get called up.
Yeah. But she that big a star.
And that women division needs to be young with, but now since Noam Dar is back being Noam Dar, got the fake Heritage Championship.
Want to be rock with you, jacket he wearing, and all this glitter he got on.
Got his fake Heritage Cup.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Metaphor on this one. I'm gonna go with the heels. I think Noam Dar's gonna get the fall and it's gonna lead up to Nathan Frazier and Noam Dar again.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be some type of undisputed Heritage Cup championship match after that. But I'm gonna keep saying that Dragon Lee does not fit in NXT.
He getting lost in the shuffle too quick.
It's just something. It's not working. I can see you.
Be friend of people like Wesley and all these other people. Nathan Frazier, now him and Nathan Frazier teaming up.
I could have seen Dragon Lee going to WWE and joining the LWO.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm going with the Metaphor on this one. But we got the triple threat match for the NXT North American Championship. We got Mustafa Ali versus Wesley versus Dirty Dominic Mysterio.
Dirty Dominic.
Yep, he is Dirty Dom. With the mullet and all.
I prefer the ex-con Dom, but that's fine. Ex-con Dom, excuse me.
I'm going to say this, and I've said it many times before, about Dominic. He should have went to NXT in the first place.
Yeah.
I think he needs to stay down there for a while, because I think he can really do something with that North American title.
Right.
I really think, he's going to get some good competition. And if they really want to see how he fits as a champion, I think that's why they put that title on him.
Give him a little test run.
I think it was a good idea. If you trying to put him over as a good heel, and you put the title on him, knowing the reaction that he's gonna get, keep him down there for a while.
Right, because they're gonna pay to see him lose that belt.
Yeah? Because think about it, Rhea, she got stuff going on the main roster. Ben Balor's in the feud on the main roster. Damian Priest is seeing your Money in the Bank. What is Dominic really doing on the main roster shows? Go down to NXT and fight them. Go fight them young cats. I mean, you young too, but you the most hated. Like I said, I think he can do something. I think with the friction with Mustafa Ali and Wesley, I think that's going to be the reason he retains.
I agree with that.
Now the question is going to be, who's going to be the one to beat him for it?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I think it's, and do I see somebody that's actually on the NXT roster doing it? It's a hit or miss. I can see if somebody like if Baron Corbin turned babyface or something like that.
Yeah.
That's a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, I don't really see nobody that can do it right now. I think they made the smart decision. Put it on Dominic. He got the heat. That's the key. He got the heat.
Yeah.
Not the Latino heat, but he got the heat.
Right.
He got the mullet. They keep telling him cut the mullet.
Right.
So you are basically your daddy and Eddie Guerrero 2.0.
Right. He ain't saying Mamacita, but he is saying Mama. But he ain't saying Mamacita. To real.
See, I'm waiting for that thing. That him, Mamacita. We hear, mommy, and he get a beat. He bring that old, matter of fact, bring that old Latino heat song back.
Yeah.
Bring that old Eddie Guerrero theme. You know that's gonna be heat then.
Oh my God, jeez.
I mean, don't even modify it. Like I said, instead of saying Mamacita, just change that part to mommy, and then put that old Latino heat theme on there.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
you.
She even talking about Dominic, my Latino heat.
Yep.
Right. So there you go.
Yeah, you put that theme song. He really gonna get it. Chavo might be a little pissed, but I mean,
Chavo be alright.
I might say he's still a little salty about the LWO thing.
Right. And then talking about how he was just kidding about that.
No, you wasn't.
You was not.
I'm like, if they would have called you, because you wasn't even a member of the LWO when the LWO was in WCW, and you were there. They ain't even call you.
Yeah, but they were like, would you really like that? No, I was just playing. No, you weren't. If you were playing, you wouldn't have said nothing.
Nope. We talked about this match earlier, submission match for the NXT Women's Championship. Tiffany Stratton versus Thea Hale. I'm going to go with Stratton on this one. However, I don't think Thea Hale is going to submit. I think she's going to pass out.
Pass out, yeah.
I agree.
That'll
be the only way I can make it. Like I said, she's going to have a good match.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's going to a good way for her to lose, but still make her look strong.
She is so hilarious. She can come, she's so energetic. It's like she was drunk 100 cups of coffee.
Yeah, that's you want to know what kids be like when they got too much sugar? That's it.
Yeah. They talk about new cuts. Talk about, can I say it? Can I say it? Can I say it? They couldn't curse.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
I'm still shocked he there. I'm shocked they didn't pull the trigger and he turn on him yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, we waiting on Duke to turn. It's just a matter of when.
I'm about to say, what are they waiting on? Or is it that it's working?
Well, they wait for Andre to fully heal up,
Yep.
and then he'll do it.
Then you go back to that old gimmick.
Yeah.
We got the NXT Tag Team Championship match. We got Gallus, Mark Coffey and Wolfgang with Joe Coffey versus the family. Tony D'Angelo and Channing Stacks Lorenzo.
Well, I'm gonna say this here: we gonna have new champions.
Absolutely. Because I think
after all that, Tony get down to prison, and he got his family back, so to speak. Oh yeah.
And the way they hire on Tony D'Angelo.
Right. I'm telling y'all, man, give him a family. I'm talking about give him an underboss, give him a enforcer. If you're gonna really make him the Don of NXT, have him a mafia type.
And the thing, he's young. He's only 28 years old. He don't look it, but he's only 28 years old.
Yeah.
He look about 10 years older, but I see it.
He got Stacks as an underboss, and he ain't got nobody to command.
Yeah, you don't have nobody. You don't have nobody. Ain't nobody named Vinny.
Right, a Fat Tony or somebody.
Yep, or a big, who from Sopranos. I mean, you ain't got that dude like Vinny 2 times.
You know, Tony Bones, you know, they got names like that.
If you got that dude that do the work but don't say nothing,
Right.
that'll be something. That'll be something. Go where the FBI at?
Yeah, they go.
Oh.
If they bring back the LWO, might well bring back the FBI.
And this would be the perfect time. We don't have Tracy no more. Tommy Rich, I don't think gonna be down. What was the brother that was on there?
Talking about JT Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah, JT Smith.
Yeah, he was my favorite. He was serious.
Who, Tracy?
No, JT Smith.
Oh, JT Smith, yeah.
He was serious when he was doing it. But yeah, we got to see new tag team champions. I mean, Gallus had a strong run.
Yep.
It's time to change it up a little bit. We got Gable Stevenson, Baron Corbin. This is pretty much a dead giveaway.
Yeah, because I want to see now we can actually get to see what Gable's all about.
Yeah, we know he can suplex all over the place.
Yeah.
And he can German all over the place.
Right.
But I'm thinking after this match, we about to see. I mean, they really about to do something with Baron Corbin. It was smart of him to go back to NXT.
Yes.
That was a smart move. But he said it. He's not the Lone Wolf. He's not Happy Corbin. He's none of that. He ain't King Corbin. So what are we getting?
Oh, okay then. I thought they were gonna go back to that. Yeah.
So what are we getting? Because I think after this he's gonna get humbled a lot. That this rookie came in and beat you. He probably gonna beat him quick.
Yeah.
If they're probably gonna do more talking and competing. But he might beat him pretty quick.
Yeah.
Then we got the Weapons Wild match. Well, that speaks for itself. Roxanne Perez and Blood Davenport.
I'm definitely looking forward to this one. Because this is very heat. You know, but Blair was the one that was attacking all women in the parking lot.
Yep.
So, and Roxanne, we see the side of her that we never saw.
Yep, that little pretty smile. That pretty smile was long gone.
Yeah. She got an edge to her now.
I'm matching this on Roxanne Perez. Do you see her being NXT Women's Champion again anytime soon? Yeah, I think they had something with her. I don't know if when she relinquished it was that legit or they were just being cautious. But they're not even pushing the fact. They don't push it home anymore that she's a former champion.
Yeah.
They might have been adding 9 in, but she worked her way. She became the breakout star.
Yeah, they ain't even mentioned that either.
The fact that how she won the title, even though she won it under unforeseen circumstances. I mean, it is what it is.
And then she got the prodigy on her name now. That on her. She got
Yeah, she's always thinking about that. She's always been a prodigy. She always been a prodigy in her career. That's always been her nickname.
Yeah.
But that's it. This is gonna go either way. It's one of them's hard to pick 'em. I just want to see how far they gonna take it.
Yeah.
Is somebody gonna go through a table? I mean, what are they going?
It'd be nice if one if they play it, but that ain't gonna happen.
I want to see how much is Booker gonna play a factor.
Yeah.
That's like his kid.
Right, it's to the point where Blair beats her so bad he throws in the towel.
Yep, and that's what I was gonna go with. That's why I'm picking Blood Davenport to win this. I think it's gonna be too much for Booker. I think Booker gonna be the reason to stop it, and he's gonna protect Roxanne. And it's not gonna make her look weak, 'cause she'll take the beating.
Yeah.
She gonna take that beating. I think Booker's gonna be the one to stop it.
Yeah.
And I think that it could cause friction between. I said in the book, say, why did you do that? You taught me better than that.
Right, and she already got an edge to her. Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a good one. Then we got the main event. Carmelo Hayes, Ilya Dragunov.
That's gonna be the match tonight.
Oh yes, because after what they did at the end with Trick and the way Carmelo took the bullet for his friend, oh, this gonna be good. It might go long. This might go. Yeah, he a real one.
Yeah, because see, I'm about to say, Trick could have turned on Carmelo, but he's a real one. You know, he's lower than Carmelo.
Yeah, cause we talked about that.
Yeah.
We talked about if, Trick would ever turn on him.
I don't think he ever would now.
He don't right now. He don't have a reason to. He definitely don't have a reason to, especially if they pull the trigger with this Bobby Lashley thing.
Yeah. Everybody there was about, what is Bobby doing, doctor? I'm like, y'all, he trying to reform the hurt business. See what happened. That's what he doing.
That's exactly what he doing.
Sure, the problem's gonna be with it. And then you get Carmelo and Trey.
And you just think, if you get Bianca Belair,
Yep, you just need one female. Yeah. You get Bianca.
I think that's coming. Now, the fact is gonna be, where's MVP and Omos coming to play?
Right.
Do they really need MVP?
I mean, I would put him there. Like to be a JJ Dillon over on the group.
But remember what I said a while back. If they bring in the Street Profits, they gotta do something with Shelton and Cedric.
Yeah.
They gotta do something like, what about us? You kind of just left us out.
Yeah.
And if they're gonna turn the Street Profits heel, that's the way to do it.
Right. Just attack them too. Yeah.
And they could have a little run. Then I think they'll have some good matches.
Yeah.
The thing about it is, because Shelton and Cedric, I believe, are free agents.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are.
So it would definitely make sense. I was gonna, again, we talking about, how far they'll take this. How far do you think they're gonna go? Because I'm seeing this. I'm thinking after what happened on that late NXT, it's gonna get wild, it's gonna get crazy, it's gonna be the match of the night. But here's the thing. If Carmelo retains, who's next?
Right.
What, you gonna run Braun Breaker back?
What you got, man?
No.
That's weird. I'm surprised. I thought he'd go against him. He kind of got a beef with what's his name?
Who that was?
One of the two Rockstar, basically.
Yeah, he just gone around beating people up.
Yeah.
But I think he might show up.
Yeah.
Cause they're not calling him up anytime soon. So gotta do something with him.
Right.
I mean, you're beating up everybody, but you don't have that target on your back.
Right.
I think this would be a good feud for Gable Stevenson. If he shows up this weekend against Baron Corbin, I wouldn't be surprised they set that up.
like to see it.
Yeah, give him somebody, he a big dude. Like I said, we know Gay can suplex him. And you think he's suplexing somebody like Braun Breaker. And you know he gonna sling him. If you saw what he did, at NXT Underground.
Which they doing right, by the way. They finally got it right. Yeah.
The way he was just suplexing people all over the place. You do that to somebody like Braun Breaker.
Right.
On top of that, he a Steiner, so he know about them suplexes. And them belly to bellies and the belly to back suplex. He know. That'll be a suplex fest.
Oh, yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they do something like he come in and attack during that match.
Yeah.
But like I said, it goes back to Carmelo Hayes. He gets past Dragunov. Who's next? I mean, who do you see that should even be a contender?
Well, now I'm gonna say, Von Wagner, he going and doing his, he pretty much, I say he could be next. I mean, just cause. He ain't got the big guys yet, so like the immovability type person.
Yeah.
I can see Von Wagner in there.
Yeah, that's like I said, that's a good choice. Cause right, like I said, I don't really see nobody contender wise unless they bring in somebody from the main roster.
Yep. It could work too.
And I'm thinking that's probably what's gonna happen. They're gonna bring in somebody from that roster, and if that's the case, who would you bring up? You know what? I take that back. You know who might be a good match for him? Eddie Thorpe.
No.
I think Eddie Thorpe could be a good match for him. If they push him, then you got Charlie Dempsey.
They killed him, yeah.
And since they looks like they may form a faction with those guys, if Damon came with them and say, hey, I want to train with y'all, that might be a faction.
Yep.
And one of them might go after the NXT title. So the options could be there. It's just that, how would they pull it? Should Wesley get a shot at the NXT title?
He could, yeah. That would be, man, they gonna be all over the place. Him and Carmelo, oh yes. That'd be nice to see. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
So we might have solved that problem. But I think we're gonna know something after this show where he goes next. But that's this weekend. So we still got a couple days. But until then, that is the end of this show. Next week, y'all know what it is. And if you don't know, shame on you. 3-year anniversary show next week. Y'all gonna get the new logo. Y'all gonna get the new intro. Now, should I give them the taste of the intro before, or should I let them wait? Should I let them sweat?
You give them a little, just a snippet. Yeah, just a little snippet.
I might give y'all the new logo. What the new logo look like.
Yeah.
Might let y'all get that. So
and then the new intro could be anniversary. Yeah.
August
Oh, that
3rd.
was me.
Yep, August 3rd. It's anniversary show. So come on back, Superman TV. Get to check out. I might post it this weekend. Might be nice. Might post it on my personal. He might when he get it, he might post it on his personal. Might just give y'all a taste of that new logo. Yeah, but the intro, y'all gotta wait the next week on that one. But in the meantime, in between time, no. Want y'all to be safe this weekend. As always, you got the floor.
Well, actually, Darnell, this is breaking news right now. I just got 2 questions that just came on my Facebook. Somebody wanted to ask you these
Okay.
2 questions.
Okay.
Since he listened to the show, by the way, so, and he wanted me to ask you this. This is a 2-part. This is a 2 question.
Okay.
You can rapid fire this one if you want. Okay. The first question is, what do you think of Brian Pillman Jr. going to WWE? That's one.
Okay.
And the second one is, do you think LA Knight is getting buried?
2 questions, 2 easy ones. Let's talk about the Brian Pillman thing. What I think about Brian Pillman going to WWE? Because the rumors are he was rumored to be moving to Orlando, been working at a performance center. I don't have a problem with it as long as he stays in NXT.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with it at all. As long as he stays in NXT, and as long as they try not to make him as much of his dad.
No loose cannon,
No loose cannon. Let him be Brian Pillman Jr.
Okay.
I mean, if he want to, represent with the Bengal colors, if he want to represent it his own way, fine. But, and that's another thing. Don't change his name.
Oh no, they can't.
That's another thing. Do not change his name. And the second thing, you asked about LA Knight. No, it's not burying him. That's how you get somebody over. It was when you like somebody, when somebody is liked, that's the key. The more he loses, the more the people gonna get behind him. I mean, let's go back in time. Do you remember when MVP went to Raw? And
Yeah.
MVP just kept losing.
Mm-hmm.
And he ended up, after all that, became United States champion again.
Yeah.
Now, I know that's a different scenario, but it's not a burial. It's brilliant. The more you keep him, the more you keep him away from the title matches. The more you keep him away from a victory, the more people are gonna get mad and be like, well, why is he not winning? Why is he not doing this? Why is he not doing that? Why do you think his merch selling so good?
Right.
Because there are rumors that he's gonna have a segment on SummerSlam, which we're gonna talk about next week on the anniversary show. There's rumors gonna have a segment, and it may lead into a match. They know what they're doing with him. Triple H know what he's doing with him. It's not burial. It's brilliant. Because they said, remember what, after SummerSlam, they're going to push him.
Yeah.
So they know what they're doing. Just relax. Because I don't think, because you think if his merch was selling that good, you think they're going to set him up to fail?
Right.
Like, I need to just tone it down just a sip. Because really, I don't even see where they see him being buried at. Just because he's not getting the title shots when you want him to?
Right, because they feeling like, well, sometimes the title, you don't have to have a title to be over.
Nope.
He's already over. So he got the high selling merchandise.
I mean, he got the phrases. They got people saying his name.
Fans like this now type mentality. He needs to get it now. He's hot. Let's go.
Yeah, it's all about timing. Because Austin Theory has gone stale.
Oh yes. Oh my God. You are absolutely right on that one. Oh.
So yes.
You talk about the worst title run. You thought Jake Hager or Jack Swagger's run was bad.
I'm like, he has done nothing after beating John Cena. You've done nothing. Your title reign has been stale. So they don't have to rush this.
Right.
Let them do. Let them do this little tournament thing with Santos and Ray. And don't be surprised. The title, they don't even have a match at SummerSlam.
I won't be surprised.
I won't be surprised because they talking about more. They're talking about having a big Latino star. Who else is gonna be besides Santos?
Right.
But yeah, they know what they doing. Y'all just relax, calm down. Because when they push him, y'all gonna find something wrong with the push.
Right.
What's that old saying? You can't please everybody.
Please everybody. That's true. That is so true.
So just y'all just calm down. Cause watch, when it's time to push the button, you gonna know it.
Yeah.
And then when they push it, I hope they bring back the facts of life.
Oh my God.
Bring that back.
Yes, please bring that back.
I know you're not gonna bring the button back.
Yeah, because I remember Chris Van Vliet asked him that question. Is he gonna bring the dummy back? You know, with the button.
I mean, if you do,
time will tell. When he said that, I said, so he made it.
bring. I mean, even if you just put on the button, you don't take the dummy part. Come on, you got it. Just let it watch. Just slowly but surely.
Yeah.
So no, it's not a burial. Y'all just, these fans just so impatient. What are you rushing for? Cause when you rush stuff go bad. And we're like, oh, he shouldn't have won a title in the first place. But that's what y'all wanted. I mean, y'all complained about Kofi run. Kofi had a good run till he got to Brock. No, that wasn't a burial. That was just Brock Lesnar. That's all that was. That was just Brock Lesnar. If you gonna fight Brock Lesnar, you should know what you gonna get. Truth be told, he never saw the title again, the world title again, but you got what you wanted. You wanted Kofi Mania, you got it. I mean, you didn't think it was gonna last. Now, did you? I mean, he had a good 6-month reign. So y'all can't have everything y'all want, but just like I said, when the time comes, it's gonna come. LA Knight about to take over SmackDown.
That's gonna be his show now.
That's gonna be his show. So just chill out. So like I said, we got NXT this weekend. We got SummerSlam next week. Then we got the anniversary show August 3rd. So make sure y'all are here for it. 3 years and counting. So I'm definitely excited about that. And August 16th, if you are in the area, the Memphis, Millington area, if you've been on my page, you are aware that my 25th year in the Navy, my retirement ceremony, is on August 16th. I don't officially retire till November, but we're doing the ceremony early because I'm getting ready to leave the command and go on terminal leave for the rest of that period. But August 16th, 11 o'clock at the Pat Thompson Center in Millington, Tennessee. I know you'll probably be at work, but I'm going to make sure you get a program to give to your mom, because I know if I don't do it, she's going to yell at me. So I'm going to make sure she at least get a program. I'm going to try to get it recorded and get it on Facebook. If not, you go on my personal page, you gonna see the picture. Pictures probably gonna be everywhere. But like I said, if you in the area and you want to come, hit me up directly. I give you information. It's on my personal Facebook page. The room is gonna seat 100 people. So if you want to be one of those 100, make sure you're there. Am I expecting 100 people? Probably not, but I put that number in there just in case. It's gonna be nice. Probably gonna see some tears flying around. Probably gonna be mine. Gonna see some tears flying around.
So you're gonna be happy after that. You've been doing it for a long time, man.
Yep, and I'm actually like most people get the shadow box with their ribbons and their medals and all that stuff. No. If you remember, I posted it. I'm having I got a championship belt made. So that's how I'm going out.
That's raw dog.
I'm going out like a champion, CBC champ, charity boxing champion.
Right.
But if you saw the belt on my page, it tells my Navy career story well. I said it's gonna be nice. 25 years career coming to an end. And like I said, if you in the area, Millington, Memphis, wherever you want to come, you're more than welcome. You need info, hit me up on my personal. But that's all I got to say. You guys enjoy your weekend. You guys be safe. We will see y'all August 3rd at the anniversary show. We out.